Hey guys, how's it going today? BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Vancouver Canucks GM mode here in NHL 15. And as you guys can see, we got started our year number 3 simulation. We are 5-5-1 to start the year. Not terrible, not good either, but we're still trying to get some kinks worked out with our new players on our team. As you guys know, last time we made the big trade, two kind of big trades, getting rid of Henrik Sedin to the Buffalo Sabres for Mikhail Grigorenko. And we also traded away Lucas Sbisa and Marcus Johansson to the Boston Bruins in exchange for Dougie Hamilton. So we've moved our lines. Like I said, we moved our lines around last episode. We got started with the simulation, and 5-5-1 to start. So not too terrible. We're going up against an 8-1-1 Nashville Predators team, which hopefully we'll get a win against them. But we're going to take it 2 months at a time, and then we'll check out all the stats, and then we'll fix around everything that needs to be fixed and edit the lines up as need be. Switch it around maybe, see how things are working out. But, you know, I'm glad we decided to keep Daniel Sedin because he's a point-a-game player on that first line. Or above a point-a-game player on the first line so far. And we did get that win over Nashville, and then we got another win against Philadelphia. So, there you go. 3 wins in a row. Not bad. All right, versus Arizona. The Yotes, we get a 3-2 loss against them. There's those good old 1-goal regulation losses again. Gotta love them. All right, we have a lot of games here against Nashville, which is good. If they're a bad team, they'll give us some easy wins, hopefully. Calgary, kind of the same record as us. And we get a 6-3 win over them. Yep, Nashville 2-12-1. My God, Nashville is terrible. And we lose 3-0. Great. Great. How do we lose to a team like Nashville? All right, Calgary again. 3-0 loss. Shutout twice. Back-to-back shutouts. My God. I don't understand how we don't put goals in. I really don't. 6-3 loss to Ottawa. Yeah, look at that. We win 3, and then we come back with, like, we win, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. We won 4 out of 5, and then we lose, like, our next 3 in a row, which immediately just eliminates that win streak that we just had. We're hovering around 500 again, which is not what I want to be. I want us to start getting wins under our belts here. Just start going on a massive win streak. There you go. Beat Nashville that time. All right, Winnipeg, St. Louis, and Dallas. All right, scouting assignment again. I'll check the scout maybe by the trade deadline. By the trade deadline comes, that's probably when I'll update the scout a little bit. I want to look for a lot of defensemen too. Yeah, let's go to the OHL for defensemen here. So we're scouting a lot of defensemen so far. They're the main things that we need. We don't need offensive prospects. We need defensive prospects. They're the thing that we are most in need of right now on this team is defensive prospects. All right. We got by that Winnipeg game 4-3. Another 4-3 win. 3 straight 4-3 wins over those guys. And once again, we won 4 in a row. So we lost like 3 in a row and come back with 4 in a row. Streaky team these Vancouver Canucks are. Very streaky. All right, Dallas got a 6-5 win over them in a shootout, pretty much, and end the month on a win over Detroit. Don't want to see double-digit losses so far. Detroit, we get a 2-1 win over them. All right, so you know what, the Canucks, they kind of fought back here at the end of the month. They are on a 6-game winning streak to end the month off, which is good. Shout out to Richard Head. 14-9-1. Not bad. They definitely fought back. 4th place in our division because our division is absolutely freaking amazing with the freaking Kings, the Sharks, and the Ducks. They're just running away with it so far. All right, so let's check out the stats then. Let's check out the stats for the first 2 months, see how we're doing. All right, let's check out the team stats. All right, it's just easier if I do the whole freaking the entire league to check it out. All right, so we are the entire league for points. We are the 10th best team right now in the NHL for points, which is not terrible. All right, goals for per game, 2.79. 2.79 is good enough for, like, it's what, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what, 12, we're like the 18th. We're 18th for goals for. Not great. Definitely want to try to score some more goals here. Goals against, 2.6. 2.62, which is good enough for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th best in the league for goals against. So we're not letting in that many goals. 2.6 isn't bad. I mean, 2.6 is good enough for 8th in the league, which is not terrible. Power play percentage 16.6. Oh my god, our power play looks like crap. Yeah, our power play is not the greatest here. I think it's like 20th. So power play is not good. Penalty kill looks good. 83.5. That is good enough for, I think, probably like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for like 10th best in the league for power play or penalty kill. So our power play needs some work. Maybe we'll edit the power play lines a little bit. So home was 7, 6, and 1. Away we're 7 and 3, and the last time we're 7 and 3. So not doing too bad there. Maybe we can change up our power play lines up a little bit. Maybe we do put the 2 offensive defensemen on the first line. Who knows? All right, so the first line, Daniel Sedin's getting it done, man. He's not considered a first liner, but you put him on the first line, he's getting points. He's got 13 goals, 15 assists for 28 points. I definitely glad I decided to keep him over Henrik. Let's see how Henrik's doing so far in Buffalo. Buffalo. Henrik Sedin has 24 points. Yeah, so he's working with like guys like Tyler Ennis, freaking Sam Reinhart as well. And Marcus Foligno has 20 points so far for him. So Henrik Sedin's working out just fine in Buffalo as well. So it seems to work. The trades seem to work out for both teams. Both teams are getting support from their players that they needed to. So Daniel Sedin has 28 points. Alex Galchenyuk has 23. So these two are working pretty good together. Grigorenko has 19. Does have 7 goals, so that's not bad. Bonino with 14. Whoops, I want forwards. Yeah, so Bonino with 14, Hunter Shinkaruk has 12, Nyquist only with 11, Cassian has 10, Horvat has 7, Gotch with 6, Jensen with 6 on the 4th line, Lindenvey has 5, Lindenvey has 4, Garcandra has 3. So my 4th line is very negative, so is my 2nd line. My 3rd line is positive. That's good. So my 3rd and my 1st lines are the only like plus players on the team for offense. 2nd line and the 4th line having some trouble. All right, so defenseman Dougie Hamilton has 13, Fowler with 10, Hamhuis with 9, Edler with 5, Tanev with 4, and Stanton with 1. Fowler and Hamhuis are my only plus players. And then goaltenders, we have Eddie Lack's getting more starts than Ryan Miller because he's winning games. I don't understand the logic sometimes of the automated rotate goalies. Eddie Lack is 9 and 5, so I guess I understand it. He's winning games, but look at Ryan Miller's goals against average. He's played 10 games and has goals against average of 1.5. That's ridiculous. But I guess he wants to play Eddie Lack, and you know what? I'm perfectly fine with it. Play Eddie Lack more because why? He's winning us games, and whatever goaltender's winning us games, I really don't care who plays in net. Miller's getting old as it is anyway. He's 36. He's going to continue to drop as it is, and if he's continuing to drop, or if he's not going to be getting that many starts, and if Eddie Lack is getting us wins, I'll play him. I'll play him instead. I'll call up one of my rookie goaltenders. I'll call up Polvika or something like that to play backup or something like that. Who knows? But Eddie Lack is winning us games. Save percentage of .9 for Eddie Lack, a .946 save percentage for Ryan Miller. It's ridiculous how good his stats are, but it just doesn't seem that we get him wins when he's in the net. So honestly, everything's working pretty fine. Oh, power play. Yeah, let's let us assign players. I wonder what that'll take me to. That goes me to roster moves. Okay, I didn't want that. Brings me to edit lines anyway. Let's edit our power play up a bit. Let's see if we can get the power play running a little bit smoother. Let's move Hamilton up to the 1st line. Let me switch him with Fowler. Let me move Dougie Hamilton up in place of Edler. And then I'm going to take Bonino off the power play here. I'm going to put Lindenvey in just because he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. He probably has better puck moving skills than Bonino does. Yeah, he's got upper 80s for everything. Let me check out Bonino actually. Bonino, yeah, he has better puck moving skills in there. So we'll put Lindenvey in on the power play now instead of Bonino, and we'll move Hamilton up to the 1st line with Fowler to play with those 3 guys. Okay, we'll keep the 2nd line, the 4-man power play, the same. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's take Menino out. Let's put Vey in. Let's put Lyndon Vey in there. Galchenyuk, Grigorenko, Vey, and Sedin. And then Hamilton will move him up as well. Alright, so Bonino goes off. Bonino goes off the power play. Vey goes in as a playmaker. Okay, so that's the only change that we will make there. And let's go to the calendar and let's continue simulate here. Go another month or two, maybe hit up to the All-Star game. We'll see. The All-Star game's right there. Yeah, let's just go another month. We'll go up to that Pittsburgh game. Alright, yeah, so there we go. We'll go another month simulating here. We'll see how we do. So we're on a 6-game winning streak with the Vancouver Canucks, which is good. See if we can continue to win some games here. These division games are big, too, against guys like Edmonton. And we get a 6-3 win over the Oilers, which is good. 7-game win streak now for the Canucks. Keep rolling, boys. Keep rolling. Get these wins. Get these early wins when you can. And there's a 3-2 loss in regulation. All right, so the 7-game win streak is over. Florida, they seem to be struggling a good bit, even though they're getting some points. I mean, points from their players at the very least. Overtime loss to Florida. That's fine. Get a point out of it. These Eastern Conference teams, you know, just want to make sure you get some points out of them. Toronto, 3-0 loss. Tampa Bay. Yep, here comes the streakiness of this team again. They can put together 7 wins, but then they can go on like a 4-game losing streak or something like that. Yeah, but they turn around there with a 3-0 win over them. Here's Buffalo, and 2-0 loss, of course. All right, Chicago, and the Oilers. And then LA, a lot of division games right now. 4-3 win over the Blackhawks. That's a big win. On the road, too. Chicago again. There's a shootout loss to Chicago. All right, so we take 3 out of 4 points from the Blackhawks. That's not terrible. Oilers again. A lot of division games right now. Oilers, the Kings, the Ducks, the Sharks, and the Coyotes, too. All right, so we get a win over the Oilers. That's good. All right, the Kings. We want to try to chase them in our division. Same thing with the Ducks and the Sharks. Get a 5-4 win over the LA Kings. That's good. That's good. Still putting wins together. Still above 500. You're getting points, which is good. All right, the Ducks. Oh my God, the Ducks look like a President's Trophy winning team. We managed to beat them though, 4-2, which is good. But man, they had a nasty record. They had a nasty record. All right, the Kings. See if we can get another win over them. Yep, another 3-2 win over them. And the Sharks. Want to see if we can put some distance between us and them. And 3-0 loss. All right, so we'll take that though. We'll take that. They went on a 4-game winning streak again, then lose one to the Sharks. That's fine. Arizona, 4-1 win over them. Very good. And close out the month against the Jets, 22-13-3. Yeah, Vancouver's doing pretty good. They're winning games. They won 5 out of our last thing. Did we lose that game? I think we did. I think we lost that game against the Jets. I want to make sure, though. We can keep going. We can go to past the All-Star break. We can go another month. Edit scouting assignment. Yep, I'll do that probably off camera, more than likely. You guys don't want to see the scouting thing, to be perfectly honest. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see me do the kind of scouting thing. All right, let's go to the WHL once again. Defenseman, it's the only thing we're looking at. Only thing we're going to be looking at. I want to know if we lost that game against the Jets. We did, 5-0, of course. All right, let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Let's go another month. Why not? They're not doing terrible. The Canucks are not doing terrible. 22-14-3. It's pretty respectable. It's a respectable record. There's not that many games in this month anyway, so might as well. How many games was that? 2, 5, 7, 9. Only 10 games this month, so that's not too bad. All right, Pittsburgh, same record as us, pretty much. I get a 4-0 shutout win over the Penguins. That's good. All right. Like I said, this team seems very streaky. They can go on some nasty win streaks as well. See, like they're going on right now. But then they can also, they could also have their time of getting a lot of losses in a row. But they're scoring goals too, which is good. All right, let's edit our trading block here because I know this is something you guys want me to do here. All right, so we know the 3 people we're putting on this trade block right now. Even though I think Daniel Sedin is really doing good this year, we're going to put him on the trading block. So Daniel Sedin goes there. We want Ryan Miller on there as well. And we also want I'm gonna put Cassian on there just to see if I can get any offers for him. Alright, so there is the trade block updated. Pretty sure it does update like that, so hopefully that did. And once again, they're on a 3-game win streak after that big loss to the Jets and 4-2 loss. Zach Cassian for Henrik Sedin. Buffalo, it seems they didn't want him. No, thank you. We're going to decline that. You're stuck with him now. No way, Jose. You're stuck with him. That's pretty funny. Trade Henrik Sedin to the Sabres. Zach Cassian for Patrick Marleau. I'm going to say no to that. Don't need any more older players on this Canucks team. We want to get younger. Want to get younger once Miller and Sedin are gone. But like I said, they win 3 in a row and then lose 2 in a row. So, come on, LA. Guys got to get some wins here. 2 division games. There you go. They come back with a win. They seem to show up when they're playing tough teams. And see, there you go. 2 division games, and they beat the Kings and they beat the Ducks again. Seem to have the Ducks number this year, even though they're a really good team. Like I said, they got a lot more losses in there, though. I think they might have been struggling a little bit as of recently. But when we do win games, we do blow teams out. 3-2 loss to Dallas. I'm just interested to see if Lack is getting more starts again, or if it's Miller again, if they decide to start Miller some more. But Lack's record seemed to be more prominent. He seemed to be playing in the games that we were getting wins. All right, Detroit, they're under 500. Come on, 4-3 loss, of course. Vancouver Canucks, a 2nd-round pick, Weiser, and a 3rd for Thomas Tatar. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Are we really giving up anything here? A 2nd and a 3rd. 3rd for this year, a 2nd for next year, and Weiser for Thomas Tatar. Let me check it out. Thomas Tatar, he's 85 overall, 26 years old. He's a 2-way forward. 2nd liner. There's really no point to take him though. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that just because there's no real spot for him on the team. All right, end out the month on a win. Let's see if we can end the month on a win against Columbus. End that losing streak, boys. Come on. And we win it. We beat them 3-1. Very good. Okay, so another 2 months have gone by. 28, 18, and 3. Looking pretty good, I would say. So looking pretty good. We are 3rd place in our division. Only, I think, 1 win behind the Sharks and the Ducks. So we caught back up to them. It's a very, very tight race once again in this division this year. Every single team is over 500 yet again. Our division, man. Our division is tough. The Ducks, the Sharks, the Kings, the Flames, and the Oilers. They're all doing pretty well this year. All of them over 500. They're all doing pretty well. Do we have the same amount of games played as most of them, though? Let me see. We'll check it when we check out the stats. Alright, games played. Let me see. Team statistics. Games played. We have 49 games played. Arizona. Okay, so Arizona is the only, cruddy team in our division that is under 500, but everybody else is over 500. We do have a game in hand. Us and the Kings only have 1 extra game in hand on the Ducks and the Sharks. So we're only 3 points behind the Ducks, which isn't bad. 1 point behind the Sharks. We are looking pretty solid, though. All right, let's look at the entire league once again. All right, so the Vancouver Canucks, 9th best team in the NHL right now, 59 points, which is good. All right, Montreal still doing pretty well, even without having Alex Galchenyuk on their team. Guess they really didn't need him. All right, goals for per game, 2.85, which is, it's up there. You know, it's not terrible. It's up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So we're 15th in the league for goals for. It went up, which is good. Goals against, 2.51. 3rd best team in the league for goals against. So we seem to be a very defensive-minded team this year. Hear that? If it's our goaltenders, it's more than likely the defense that's keeping the puck out of the net. 2.51. It's a good goals against average. All right, power play 16.5. Didn't seem to get any better. Yeah, we're one of the worst teams on the power play. Maybe we're not even getting that many chances on the power plays. That's why. Or maybe we have a lot of power plays. Yeah, we're the most. We have the most power plays in the entire league. So it would kind of make sense for our power play to be a little bit low. See, same thing with Minnesota. They were first in the league for like goals for per game, but their power plays isn't that great. So we can overlook the power play a little bit. Penalty kill 82.87. And that is good enough for, I think 8th in the league. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 8th best team in the league. So our defensive stats are pretty good. Penalty kill is really good, and our goals against is pretty good, which is it's looking pretty good. Home we're 14, 11, and 2. Away 14, 7, and 1. Last 10 we're 6 and 4. All right, not bad, not bad. Okie doke. Check out the player stats now. Player stats, forwards. Let's check it out here. All right, so the first line is, the first line's working pretty well together. Daniel Sedin with 49 points, Alex Galchenyuk with 46, and Mikhail Grigorenko with 43. So they're all up in the 40s area. They're on pace for 80-point seasons, which is good, or high 70s, 80-point seasons, which is good. Daniel Sedin's a point-a-game player. 20 goals already. Glad I decided to keep him. Shinkaruk with 25, Benino with 23, Nyquist with 23, Vey with 18, Cassian with 16, Horvat with 15, Gotch with 13, Jensen with 11, Condra with 10. All right, and plus and minuses, like I said, it's just the third and the first line are the only like positive players. The second line struggles a bit for plus minus, it seems. Defensemen, we got Cam Fowler with 31 points, Dougie Hamilton with 24. He's a minus 10 though. Kind of sucks. Hamhuis with 16, Edler with 14, Tanev with 7, and Stanton with 3. All of them are doing good. And then goaltenders. This should be interesting. Goaltender stats. All right, so Miller finally started to get some more starts in there, which is good. Eddie Lack still not playing too bad. 2.75 with going 10, 6, and 1. Miller, 33 games started. 2.23, 18, 12, and 1 with a save percentage of .923 and .910 for Lack. So good thing Miller got some more starts in there again. I guess Miller started to get some more wins, which is good, and the coach decided to play him more. All right, so there we go again. We're 28, 18, and 3. It's only 22 minutes. Can we get up to the trade deadline in this episode? It would be a whole nother month. You know what? Let's do it. Let's simulate up to the trade deadline, and then you guys can maybe give your opinions on what you want to see for the trade deadline. Cassian for Thornton. No thank you. Like I said, we want to get older. I'm just putting Cassian up there just to see some offers from some other teams. All right, there we go. If we can continue to win some games here, we might not have to make any trades at the trade deadline as much as I wanted to. Cody Bass waiver claim. No, we're going to decline that. Don't need him. A second-round pick in Lundholm for Tatar. The Red Wings really want to get rid of Tatar. Boston's not a good team, it seems. Even with Johansson and Spiza, they're struggling a bit. An overtime loss to them. That's fine. Points. I'll take it. It'll be interesting at the trade deadline. It really will be interesting to see if you guys want me to trade some of the older players, like Miller. The way Sedin's playing right now, I don't want to trade him. I'd rather him retire. Because he's a point-a-game player, it seems. All right, the Kings again. Come on, we need a big win here against LA. Shootout loss. Got a point at the very, very least. Gotta get some wins, though. Come on. Get back on the winning stretch here. Once again, it's that streaky team again. There you go. 2-1 win over Columbus. Scout's done again. I'll probably do the scout during the trade deadline before that as well. We just did the United States, right? Yeah. Let's do the OHL here. Defenseman, 3 weeks. Alright, come on. Boston's not a good team. We should be able to get a win over them. 5-3 win over Boston. Very good. Alright, the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota Wild are a good team. Two evenly matched teams there. There you go. 2-1 win over the Wild. That's good. We limited the top scoring. That was the top scoring team. That's the top scoring goals for per team in the league against one of the top goals against per teams in the league. So that was a very defensive matchup. There you go. Another win against the Ducks. We seem to have the Ducks number this year. Lundholm and a third for BOJoeKO. That's interesting. Lundholm and a third for Justin BOJoeKO. Let me check out Justin BOJoeKO. 29 years old, third line checking line forward. We could put him on the fourth line if we really wanted to. We could scratch a guy like Jensen. His defensive category is not terrible. You know, his defensive category is pretty decent. He more than likely would be a fourth liner for me as a grinder. I would scratch Jensen. I would scratch Nicholas Jensen and play Justin BOJoeKO in his place as a fourth line. He might even get penalty kill time. And for who are we giving up again? Lundholm? Lundholm is that grinder who is a top 6, medium potential, become a top 6 AHL forward. 6th rounder. And a third for BOJoeKO? What's BOJoeKO's contract like, though? BOJoeKO has 1 year left at 3.2 for Lundholm and a third for next year. You know what? Detroit, you have that's a pretty good offer on your table. You know what? I'm going to take that. I'm going to accept that trade. I'm going to accept that trade. That's a good trade that the Red Wings just sent me. I'll take that. That's a nice little fourth line addition to my team right there. And that way I can scratch Nicholas Jensen and add Justin BOJoeKO to the team. I'm not losing anything there, to be honest. I am not losing anything whatsoever. I'm losing like a grinder type player for a nice, really good depth fourth line player to put on my team. And with that, I'll scratch. You know what? Jensen's been playing a little bit better than Condra. I mean, he's getting some scoring down there on the fourth line. I'm going to scratch Eric Condra. How do I scratch him? Options. Scratch. Scratch Eric Condra, and we're going to play Justin BOJoeKO. Oh, it's still unfilled. And we're going to play Justin BOJoeKO. Substitute him in there. There we go. We'll put him on his natural wing. And Jensen's actually a natural right wing anyway, so that benefits us anyway. All right, so Justin BOJoeKO down there on the bottom 6. Put him in there for fourth line duty. That works for me. It works for me. I can scratch Condra instead. Let Jensen play. And let me see. Do I want to put him on our penalty kill that's been doing really well? You know, honestly, I don't think I want to, because our penalty kill this year has been doing really well with Gotch, Benino, Horvat, and Cassian. There's really no point of putting BOJoeKO on there. If this is like one of the top 5 teams for goals against, then penalty kill is like up there in top 10. I don't want to mess with it. I'll just mess with the BOJoeKO, put him down there on the bottom 4. That's all I'm going to do. That's a good trade to make, honestly, to get a nice little fourth line addition to the team there. We could scratch Condra. Probably can test him for waivers, honestly. I'd rather have BOJoeKO down there on my fourth line anyway. All right, let's continue here. The last 5 games of this little monthly stretch here. First round pick from Martin Hansel. No thanks. That'd be a good little addition to the team again, but we really don't need him. We have a lot of cap room too, so I can understand why teams are coming at us with trades. Especially if we want to try to make a deep playoff run. But I think we're going to stick with our team right now. We're winning games, so stick with them. Like I said, went on a 4-game win streak, and there you go. Win over the Maple Leafs. See if we can get another win here over Calgary. Division game. There you go. 3-2 win over the Flames. There you go. Get those wins, boys. 35-20-5. It's a pretty good record. Colorado, 3-2 loss to them. All right, see if we can end it off with a win over San Jose. Division game against the Sharks. And we had a 4-0 win over the San Jose Sharks. All right, so we're 1 game before the trade deadline. We got a game there against the Tampa Bay Lightning, but we are looking pretty solid here in Vancouver. 36-21-5. We are first place in our division. We managed to climb all the way back up to first place in our division, past the Anaheim Ducks, who looked like a President's Trophy winning team early on in the year, but now it seems they're struggling a good bit. They seem to be struggling. I actually want to see where we are in comparison to the entire NHL, we are 5th best team in the league for points. We're not too far off from points. The New York Islanders are only 4 points ahead of us for the top spot in the entire league. So honestly, we just need to keep winning games, and we're looking pretty good going into the trade deadline. So let's check the stats one more time. I'm going to check the 2 players that we know that you guys will definitely want to consider me trading or not. So we'll check out these stats here. There you go. Daniel Sedin, 56 points in 62 games so far this year with 24 goals. On pace for another possibly 30-goal season. Do we trade him? I don't think so. This team's playing good the way they are with Alex Galchenyuk and Grigorenko. They're getting done on the first line. Honestly, I don't see us trading Daniel Sedin. I really don't. And now if we check out goaltenders here, Ryan Miller is 2.06 goals against average, 25, 14, and 2. Save percentage of .928. There's no way I'm trading Ryan Miller with a goals against average near 2. There's no way I'm doing that. Ryan Miller is having a very good season. Daniel Sedin's having, once again, another pretty good season as well. Honestly, I don't think there's any way the Vancouver Canucks let go of Ryan Miller and Daniel Sedin this year. Yes, you can get good players back for them if you trade them. At least a couple draft picks or something like that. Yes, you can get those players there, but right now they're playing very well. This is a first-place Vancouver Canucks team. There's no reason to get rid of your starting goaltender and your starting first-line left winger for just to get rid of cap and get better players on the team. There's no real reason to do that. I'm keeping hold of them unless you guys have a valid argument to trade them. I'll definitely look into that in the comment section down below. But right now, this team is playing good. We're in first place in our division, 5th place team in the NHL, and right now, we're looking pretty good going into the trade deadline. So that's what we'll do next time, guys. We'll go into the trade deadline, finish up the season next video, and hopefully be ready for the playoffs. Because honestly, I think this is a playoff team right now. We are 15 games over 500. Unless we go on a terrible losing streak, which I don't see happening. Just keep playing the way we're playing, honestly. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Let me know your suggestions if you do think it is possible, or you think we should trade Daniel Sedin or Ryan Miller, even though they're playing very, very well right now. Let me know if you think we should, and I'll see you guys next episode.